You don't need a man for anything. You need yourself at the end of the day. You laying in that bed crying, boo-hooing, it's not going to do anything for you. I haven't done that. I have definitely been moved on with life, and I've been with this boy for years. So if I can do that with no problem, you can too, okay? Hey lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. So before we get started into this video, can you guys tell a little bit of a difference in the camera quality? Because your girl just got herself a new ring light thanks to the help of my mom and my brother. They helped me set it up today. So this video will be the second episode of my girl talk series, and today's topic is how to move on from your relationship, focus on yourself, and boss up on your ex. I feel very much valid to do this video because I recently just got out of a relationship. Though I'm not going to talk about that on here, I will be telling you guys tips on how to move on forward. It can be hard to move on from a relationship when you and that person have known each other for a long time, have been together for a long time, when that was like literally your best friend, but you know, it was just time to move on. So I'm here to give you guys a few tips on how to do that with no problems. No more laying in your bed binge watching YouTube, Netflix, or Hulu. No more crying yourself to sleep, because with these tips, ex who, okay? So make sure to get yourself a glass of wine or juice if you're underage, popcorn, and let's get into these tips. Tip number 1, block him. Block and delete. Disclaimer, I'm gonna say him a lot because that is my preference. Just because I'm saying the word him does not mean this can apply to a her or a they. So don't take my pronouns like too seriously. This can work on any ex, whether it's a boy or a girl, whatever, okay? Block him on iMessage, block his number, block him on all social media sites, block him on anything you have him on, because you know you don't want to see that person pop up on your timeline, because you might be wondering, oh, what he's been saying, or oh, what has he been doing ever since the breakup, or giving him that opportunity to just randomly hit your phone when you're trying to move on, because I mean that's not even healthy. After a breakup, he's hitting your phone. You know how, you know, men love to play that toxic game. So just to like make things easier for you, it's just best to just block him altogether completely. For me, I had already had him blocked before the actual ending of the relationship, because that's really how done I was with the relationship. So I didn't really have to do that part after the breakup because it had already happened. So that's the very first step before anything else. Block and delete. I don't know if I want to call this rule number 2 or a side note for tip number 1, but block his friends too. If he's getting blocked, why not block the rest of his friends? Because the friends be just the most toxic. When it comes to a breakup, you might tweet something or post something, here goes one of his friends screenshotting it, screen recording it, whatever, to some, dang, y'all just broke up and she's already talking like this, or oh, look at her interacting with other people on social media. That type of game. If you don't want any of that type of drama, just go ahead and block them too. Just because you knew them while you was together with your significant other at the time, don't mean that same people you knew when you guys were together is going to be the same people now that y'all no longer together. So don't even give them that chance. Don't even give them no type of ammo, because you're trying to protect your peace at the end of the day. So therefore, just block and delete them too, period. Step number 2, keep busy as best as possible. Let's say you work. If you have a job, if you are working during these times, ask for more hours. The more you're at work, the less you're thinking about what's going on in your personal life. If you're not working, find a hobby, read some books if you're a reader, listen to some music. Music definitely helps me get through a whole lot of things. Get your AirPods, get your headphones, turn up the volume to its highest, and just crank those tunes. Get your mind off it. Dance the pain away. I don't mean to sound champ, but literally be in your room and have like a little dance party with your headphones in, lock the door, and, you know, get into it. It's nothing wrong with that. If you do content creation, like if you do YouTube, for example, film more. Just keep yourself busy as best as possible. Whatever you usually do, just do more of it. And if that's not enough, find something new to do. Finding a new hobby or finding a new activity, it helps because it's a new activity. You never done it before, you're new to it. So your mind would definitely be more focused on learning how to do that new hobby, and that'll help with getting your mind off things. Tip number 3, be social. Being social would really help with getting over your breakup. Hanging out with your friends more often. I know we're in the middle of a panoramic right now, but you guys can have like a small kickback at somebody's place or whatever. For example, do some fun activities throughout the day that are still safe to do during these times. Not like the club or anything, though people are going to the club regardless, but that's none of my business. But let's say you don't really have friends, make some. It's kind of hard to make new friends from inside the house. So like I said, you might have to go out and mingle. I'm not saying mingle and go find your new man and go under a man to get over yours. Go out, have a good time. Which leads me to tip number 4. I believe we're at 4 at this point. Focus on yourself. One thing that people tend to do during these type of situations, well, depending on who you are, I don't know how you move now, but some people do tend to rebound after a breakup. But I'm telling you guys that it's not the right way to get over somebody, because you're definitely going to regret it at the end of the day. So don't even do that to yourself. Do not rush into anything. You can move on, but not to the next person. For example, I'm gonna use myself. I am taking a year off from men. I do not want to really deal with anybody in any type of way, shape, or form. And I don't even mean just rushing into a relationship, like just period. Flirt, date. I'm not really trying to do any of that right now. I don't think I've really talked about my relationship on my channel, but I was with that boy, not man, but I was with that boy for like 2 years, and I've known him just as long before the relationship. And there was so much drama in the relationship, I'll say that. I know some of you have wanted me to do a story time on my channel about it, but I kind of really just don't want to give him that free clout. But I will just say that he has put me through a lot, so I kind of am not really feeling the whole dating scene right now. I'm very much good off that, to be honest. That's why I have taken this year off. I actually got this idea from Sophiology. I don't know if you guys watch her on YouTube. I love her. And though she has a boyfriend now, prior to her and her new relationship, she did say on her channel how she took a year off from, you know, dating and just took time to herself for 1 whole year. And honestly, I feel like that's a really big spiritual like cleanse, because I feel like doing something like that is very much a big way of protecting your peace and your sanity, and just to get to know yourself better now that you're no longer connected to the hip with anybody anymore. Instead of speeding into something quick with somebody new, just learn who you are now that you're single. Like, you haven't been single for a while, now what? You know what I mean? Take that time to learn who you are. You don't need a man to get through this world. You don't need a man for anything, to be honest. What you really need is yourself at the end of the day. How can you be there for yourself if you don't really know yourself? So take that year off from all of that relationship, dating drama, and just focus on you. Get to know who you are. I'm currently in the process of getting to know who Ashley is now that she is single. The next tip, and I think we're on number 5 at this point, the next tip is to work as hard as possible to gain your confidence back. One thing that tends to happen to people fresh out of a breakup is, now that you are no longer together, you probably are going to be sitting in your bed like, did I do something wrong? Am I never going to find love? Am I ever going to find a guy that respects me for me, that knows my worth, that cherishes my worth? Don't sit there and think, am I the problem? Don't sit in your bed thinking, was it me? Is it my fault? You are strong and you are beautiful at the end of the day. Don't even let that affect your confidence. Get up out of your bed and put a wig on, or if you're natural, do your natural hair, do your makeup, put on a really cute outfit. Just remind yourself while looking in the mirror, you so baddie. Or take some pictures, post them on the gram. And last but not least, do not rush your emotions. You might feel like, okay, I'm kind of sad that this happened, but he's probably out there doing whatever he want to do. But don't feel like because you have that in your head means that you should just go ahead and rush into all these tips. Before I even get into all these tips I gave you guys today, please make sure that you are actually emotionally stable. Do not rush how you feel. If you want to cry, cry. If you want to punch a pillow, go to a rage room and let it out on a few tables, let it out. It's normal. It's definitely okay. You're not a simp for feeling emotional or feeling some type of way about the relationship. But once you let it all out, once you write those tears, it's time to move on. So that is all the tips on how to move on from a relationship, focus on yourself, and boss up on ex. So I hope you guys enjoyed these tips, and I hope these tips were helpful and very much informative, and I hope you guys of course enjoyed this video. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you're rocking with it, comment, subscribe, and of course share this video with your friends. And until the next one, bye guys.